What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of ezBUCKETz. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're an all-time Lakers fan. We're going to be talking about the possibility of a Lakers dynasty, a super team that involves Kawhi Leonard. When talking about this offseason, when talking about the biggest free agent, there is no competition. Kawhi is the best of the best, and his decision is going to make a crazy impact in the NBA. And with we NBA fans having no idea what he plans on doing, oh boy, it's kind of scary. So if you're a big Kawhi fan and want to see him go to the purple and gold, you're going to love this. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day, so be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'll really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about Kawhi Leonard.
You know, he felt comfortable here. He loves the city. He's obviously from here. You know, so I think, you know, from his standpoint, he did a great job of, you know, coming to me and telling me how he feels before he signs the contract. Just for my situation right now, I'm just focused on this season. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm going anywhere else or staying here, but I'm just focused on the season. And, you know, obviously for, you know, if I stay healthy, the best decision is to decline a player option, but that doesn't mean I'm leaving or staying. I'm focused on the season, like I said. We'll talk about that when the time is right.
With the regular season about to end and the NBA playoffs are about to start, this is the perfect time for us to get a good idea on what Kawhi plans on doing after the playoffs. From what Kawhi just said in that interview, if the playoffs finish and he is fully healthy, he's gonna opt out of his contract as it gives him more flexibility on signing a larger and longer deal. Kawhi will be entering this offseason with a $36 million player option, and with him only being 29 years old, he's one of the best players in the NBA, the best two-way players. His free agency market is going to be huge. When talking about this season, Kawhi is putting up some quiet monster numbers. He's averaging about 25.7 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 1.7 steals, and 0.4 blocks. And he right now is a big reason why the Clippers are comfortable as a third or potential fourth seed. NBA analysts and NBA fans out there still believe the Clippers are one of the best teams in the West, and they're one of the more likely teams to go all the way to the Western Conference Finals and possibly even the NBA Finals. But if you kept a close eye on the Clippers this season, despite the many successes they had, they weren't really on top of many headlines. When it comes to media posts, social media attention, the Clippers were kind of quiet. And if you noticed that, I'm gonna tell you why. If you guys watched the NBA last season, you guys already know this. The talk about Kawhi and the Clippers were what everybody was talking about. The Clippers are gonna win it. Paul George and Kawhi, they're a superstar duo. But last year during the NBA bubble, the Clippers let everyone down. They lost to the Denver Nuggets in Game 7, blew a 3-1 lead, and didn't even make it to the Western Conference Finals to give NBA fans the Battle of LA. And with that being said, so many things happened. The Clippers just traded away Lou Will, who was a big part of their system last year. They didn't re-sign Montrezl Harrell, and they even fired their head coach of Doc Rivers. But I simply love what the Clippers are doing right now. They're just playing basketball, winning games, and when it comes to the postseason, there's no expectation. They're gonna quietly go all the way. But I'm gonna say this, if the Clippers fail again, Kawhi Leonard could be on his way out. And this is where the Lakers come right in. When talking about the Lakers are going to be very competitive this year, next year, and the following year as they locked up LeBron James and Anthony Davis long term. As long as the Lakers have LeBron James on their roster, they're going to do whatever they can to help him win a championship, and as we speak, the Lakers are in win now mode. When talking about the Lakers' biggest competitors right now of the Brooklyn Nets, they have a big three of Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant, while the Lakers only have a big two of LeBron and Anthony Davis. But this is where I believe Kawhi fits right in. He would simply help the Lakers match the big three of Brooklyn, have a big three of LA, and that would simply be an amazing finals we could see in 2022. And with Kawhi Leonard being linked to the Lakers on multiple occasions in the past, I wouldn't be surprised if this offseason, Kawhi opts out of his Clippers contract and there's interest in joining LeBron on the Lakers. 2 years ago when Kawhi won the NBA championship with the Raptors, he entered the offseason and the Lakers were one of the teams that actually almost signed him. A big reason why Kawhi Leonard actually left the Raptors, didn't re-sign there, and then went to the Clippers was because he loves the city of LA. And the best part about going to the Lakers, he can still play for a basketball team in his city. And with the Lakers already being a championship contender without Kawhi joining them would simply elevate them to a whole nother superstar level. I believe they will be better than the Brooklyn Nets on paper easily. And I know how smart Rob Pelinka, LeBron James, Frank Vogel are. I wouldn't be surprised right now if they're trying to do whatever they can to recruit Kawhi. It was reported that during this year's NBA All-Star Game, LeBron James was actually recruiting players to join the Lakers. And we all know Kawhi was in the All-Star Game. He's gonna be the biggest free agent this summer. I wouldn't be surprised if the Kawhi to Lakers rumors heat up. So now we're gonna talk about how the Lakers can get Kawhi. The first way is pretty straightforward, and that's simply signing Kawhi to a long-term deal once he ultimately opts out of his contract. We all know this season the Lakers just offered Dennis Schroeder a 4-year $90 million deal, which Dennis actually declined, but from what that says, the Lakers have a little bit of money they can offer a star player. One thing's for sure though, Kawhi is a superstar, he's worth way more than that, and that's why I don't believe he'll sign a contract like that. I see Kawhi wanting at least $35 million a year, and to keep it real, the Lakers don't have that money, so signing him on a simple contract like this, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be very difficult. If Kawhi doesn't care about the financial point of view and just wants to win a championship, joining the Lakers on a pay decrease wouldn't be a bad idea if you want championship aspirations, but knowing Kawhi, he wants stability and of course a good financial point of view as well, so I believe this is a less likely scenario. But a more likely scenario is talking about the Lakers doing a sign and trade with the Clippers. And this simply makes more sense as the Clippers get some assets in return instead of losing Kawhi for nothing. And of course the salary matches. The Lakers have more money to offer, maybe offering up somebody like Kyle Kuzma, maybe a KCP, maybe they do a sign and trade with Dennis Schroeder. I'm not too sure, but this is a more likely approach if the Lakers want to get Kawhi. Of course, if the Clippers go this route of a sign and trade, there are so many other NBA teams that I believe could offer a better package, so the Lakers would have to do a lot to convince the Clippers to send them Kawhi. Maybe adding THT, a player they did not want to trade this year at all, in the package, maybe a Alex Caruso, I'm not too sure, but a sign and trade definitely makes more sense and is more likely than a simple signing. We were taught in the NBA to expect the unexpected, and with the Lakers being one of the better teams when it comes to front office and making good sneaky moves, I wouldn't be surprised if they're heavily targeting Kawhi right now. I'm a huge Lakers fan, and I simply want to see a big three of Kawhi, LeBron, and AD go up against KD, Harden, and Kyrie. That would simply be an epic finals matchup. But I do want to say this quickly for Clipper fans. From what we are hearing, Kawhi is more likely to actually opt out and re-sign with the Clippers. This is the report. Yet bearing a dramatic turn of events in these coming months, it's looking like this Leonard free agency will be decidedly less dramatic. While this league has taught us to expect the unexpected, the truth is that Kawhi is still widely expected to re-sign with the Clippers. As it stands, that's the word from Clipper sources and rival executives alike. But Leonard's desire to play in his home region was a widely known factor of his free agency decision the last time around, as was his disinterest in partnering with LeBron and the Lakers. What's more, the Clippers minimized their level of offseason uncertainty by securing Paul George in December rather than having him also enter free agency. To basically summarize this report, Kawhi is more likely to stay with the Clippers. But I'm gonna say this, guys, in the NBA, anything is possible. Expect the unexpected. Kawhi to the Lakers is also very possible. But yeah, guys, this wraps up my video for today, talking about Kawhi Leonard and the possibility of him going to the Lakers. What's most important to me is what are your thoughts? Do you believe Kawhi will join the Lakers or will he stay with the Clippers? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on ezBUCKETz. Woo!
I got angels flying all around.